This is Dave with XMD-NW.com. I'm here at the Warped Tour in Auburn, Washington with the Heirs.
Hello, how's it going? Thanks for having us, man.
So what's this tour been like for y'all?
Man, it's been like like an absolute dream. It's been beyond fun. One of the best experiences of all of our lives. We've made tons of friends, tons of new fans. Been able to play every day for 50 days straight. So it's been absolutely fantastic. It has been like some of the hardest work we've done.
Yeah.
Both as a band
it's been worth it.
ever.
It's been so great.
And it's just been fantastic.
It all pays off, when you're working your ass off the first half of the tour, and then the second half of the tour you start to notice your crowd's growing and your people, more and more people coming into your set. You're like, oh man, the things we've been doing, it's all kind of paying off, So we've been having a blast. We're sad it's coming to an end.
So sad. It's like graduating from high school and saying bye to all your friends.
Yeah.
Everyone's going somewhere different for college.
Well, I mean, come on, it's even got its own prom. We have Tori over here running for it. I mean, this is definitely a unique tour that people are enjoying. Did you guys find some new bands that you had never heard of that you're really into now?
Everyone on the tour,
Safe to say.
The Word Alive, Icy Stars, Palais Royale.
Sykes.
Everyone.
Capsize, Too
Assuming
Close
You
to
Survive.
Touch.
Now, what about some that are bigger
Chelsea.
names that you've been really wanting to see on this tour? Did you?
Yellow Card, the lead singer of Yellow Card came up to me and said he's seen our set a few times and that he loves our music, and I was just like, huh? What?
Sure, it's not just you.
No, it was really sweet, but that was pretty cool.
We get to listen to them sing Ocean Avenue.
Yeah, it's great. It's a
every
throwback
every
for sure.
person's
Me and
dream.
Brandon go to see the Maine whenever we can.
Yeah, we've been seeing the Maine a
They're
lot.
an amazing show.
They're so cool.
Somerset.
Now Somerset's on. Yeah. Waka Flocka.
Waka
So
Flocka
sick.
has been awesome.
Oh yeah, that's
So good.
Sleeping with Sirens, all these guys. There's so much talent.
So what's some of the cities that you've really enjoyed the most on here?
I would definitely say Seattle is one of them.
Yeah, Seattle's been
super
sick.
cool.
Pomona
Yeah.
was amazing. All the
Vegas.
all the California dates. Vegas was sick. San Diego was sick.
Nashville was cool.
North Carolina was surprisingly one like a madhouse. Maryland was another madhouse. There's been a couple really cool ones, but overall, just seeing all of the U.S. has been quite an excursion.
Or at least seeing the parking lots
And
the
the people.
scenery around of the U.S. has been great. And the people.
With our technology and our media, everybody's on their cell phones. It shows nowadays, whether it be video recording or Snapchatting it. And what's your guys' stance looking out from the stage and seeing people video you the whole time? Do you think it's a hinder or a better?
I think people. I'm personally of the persuasion that people, paid to come to a show, they can enjoy it how they want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That being said, obviously it's a lot more fun to have everyone kind of engaged in the moment, and it makes it more fun for us playing to people that are very obviously watching us as opposed to kind of looking through electronic lens. But
I think
at the same time,
being in the moment is one of our main goals, and kind of having everyone a part of our experience for a show is definitely a thing. But I think if you want to video your favorite song, then that's cool. But if you're on your phone for the whole show, I guess that's kind of a bummer.
I find it flattering in a way. I mean, when I go to a concert and a band's playing one of my favorite songs, I always am like, oh, let's capture this. This is so sick.
I used to be like that, and then I was like, I never watch these videos.
Yeah, no,
So
it's totally true. But I feel like people, as Alex said, enjoy things however they'd like to, and a lot of times they enjoy sharing that with their friends or with other people that they're experiencing us and they're experiencing whatever it is that we're doing. So I take it as a flattering thing. I think it's part of the new world that we live in. I think it's part of our youth and being a late teenager now and kind of being in perspective with these kids. I get it 100%, so there's no hate towards it. I definitely do like it when people are in the moment, but when they're taking it out and they're just Snapchatting it, I'm sick, they're involved, so I don't know, what do you think, Greg?
I mean, I just kind of same mindset as Alex. It's like someone paid to come to a show so they can do whatever they want at that show. But for me, when I'm watching a concert, I always like to be front and center, not have my phone distracting me. But that's just me personally.
So with the internet, we have piracy, of course, and now we've got vinyl and cassettes really making a big
Oh yeah.
comeback again. Something that's not easily downloadable. And where do you see our industry going?
I see it, man. It's so funny. Urban Outfitters is the #1 outlet for vinyl nowadays. They are the most. They're the number
Biggest
one
distributor,
resource,
yeah.
the biggest distributor of vinyl, and that just goes to show you that you've got people from like 15 to like however old going to that shop, and not only like checking out clothes and not only checking out like the nostalgic items, but also spending money on vinyl. And now they have cassettes.
Yeah.
Now they're like bringing back the cassette tapes. They've got like Walkmans, and it's a really cool thing to see how I guess people enjoy I guess the entirety of a record. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a lot of people that are big fans of an album, that are big fan of a band, and they'll go and they'll buy a CD, and then they'll want the vinyl, and then they'll want the cassette. You know, it's kind of just a part of I think it's just a part of the music selling outlet now, and I think it's super sick. I think vinyl sounds better personally. I think the cassettes are a cool, memorable.
It's like making a full circle.
Yeah.
Do you feel fans are missing out by not buying the hard copies and seeing the lyrics?
Most definitely.
And seeing the
so.
photos that...
Absolutely.
I think back then when that was all that there was to offer, it was such a treasure to like go to your favorite store, like go to the record store and like buy.
Wait in line.
Wait in line, like buy this record and like look at it from front to back, scope out the cover, like
Okay, I'm
what
old,
the
but
vinyl
I
looks
remember
like.
them days, but I'm not that old.
Oh man.
Well, I'm gonna tag in and be devil's advocate for a second, because realistically, I think that streaming is kind of where we're all going.
Oh, definitely.
And I think that
This is just materialism.
well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like conceptually, being able to like log into Apple Music or Spotify or any of that stuff and listen to whatever you want at any given point is like a massive luxury.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know the amount of information that people can get and the amount of new artists that someone can discover by sitting down for 20 minutes is mind blowing.
But
I think that's super cool. Too.
I agree with him. But then I'll go to Amoeba I'll go to Amoeba Records in Hollywood if I love it's 3 bands, and I'll be like, I want that on vinyl, I want that on vinyl, and I want that on vinyl.
It's like
Because
after you scope out all the Spotify
Yeah.
people that you find out you love, you're like, okay, now I want the
Exactly.
record.
Yeah. It's I enjoy buying music, and I think that people should enjoy buying music, and it should come in formats that make people happy. I mean, my parents told me that they used to wait in line at record stores. They used to get their favorite records. They used to go home. They used to undo it and look at all the images and
front
look
to
at
back,
all of
just
the
like
lyrics
so
and all the packaging. And it was an event rather than a skip. Oh yeah, that's tight. It was like a let's listen to it, let's hear it, let's enjoy it, let's really get into this by having a physical thing. So I think that if you don't have a physical thing, or you're more into like just digital things, which is totally cool, you are missing out on a bit of the art of it. So I do like I like physicality, and I like the realness. I think everyone should get a little physical.
Different perspectives from yours.
How do you feel about the difference between digital and the actual warmer sound and feel of vinyl compared to digital sound today?
Well, it depends on what you're listening on.
Definitely.
I think like if you have, a state-of-the-art digital system and you listen to Spotify through that, depending on the streaming rate, obviously, that can sound just as good as listening to, vinyl through like one of those little portable crossing players. But if you have like a system for vinyl, it becomes a much more tangible feeling and a tangible sound that like is just kind of unachievable. Digital is very cold, zeros and ones.
So who's some of your guys' personal bigger musical influences that pushed you to do what you do the best today?
I feel like all of us as musicians have different influences. So like for me personally, when I was a kid, I really loved Mick Jagger, and I thought he was just the coolest motherfucker around, And I loved Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant, I loved John Lennon, I loved Fleetwood Mac.
Wow.
Listened to a lot of like
awesome
classics.
taste.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like seeing these like outstandish just phenomenal outsiders, Prince, Bowie, and how they would take something so different and make it work in the pop media and make it work amongst everybody's, in pop culture you have so many audiences, you have so many people watching you, and they took something unique and were able to brand it in that world. And for me, I thought that was always something really, really cool as a performer, something that I always wanted to live up to. And what about you guys? Some of your
I think I was kind of put on the guitar music train by my father and play guitar, and he's like, he's also part of the reason like I play guitar now. But he turned me on to kind of classic rock very early on. That progressed very quickly to like hair metal. I had probably my biggest phase was Van Halen, and I'm still not sure if I'm out of that phase yet.
Never
I
out.
don't think I ever will be.
Never
Especially
out.
the first 4 albums.
Yeah.
Real. I actually appreciate all of it. I had a bit of a Van Hagar phase as well. I mean, I listen to the guitar, man, and that's the thing. It's like at the end of the day, it's all they still write good songs. Yeah. Either way, it's not. There's nothing that can quite come close to like 1984.
No, that's my favorite.
See, for me,
Top
it's
Jimmy, Drop Dead Legs.
Dive It Down.
Really? Oh, the cover record. There's some great stuff on Dive It Down. Secrets.
Women and Children First is also
Underrated.
phenomenal.
Wildly underrated.
Oh, big time.
Take Your Whiskey Home. In a simple rhyme.
Yeah, I can honestly say I was old enough, young enough back then to be at US Fest in '83 when they got in a lot of trouble. It was a phenomenal show.
Awesome.
To see David and them do what they do best.
Loved it.
So what does the Heirs have after Warped Tour is done?
Tell them what's up, guys.
We are going to be in a little bit of a writing phase after the tour. We're hoping to write for our record, so that will be exciting. I think a fall tour is in the works, so that is also exciting. We definitely love touring, so as much as we can get out and meet new people or see the same people over and over again is awesome. So yeah, just tours and writing and doing what we love is pretty awesome. So very, very stoked. We've had the best time on this tour, so it's really great.
Well, this is Dave with XMD. This was hanging out with the Heirs. Make sure you catch them. Only a couple days left.
Yes.
Tomorrow's the last one.
So sad.
Definitely hit them up on Facebook and all the good places. And thanks for you guys' time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.